power. We ask that you would remind us again of how much you love us, because we so quickly forget. Speak to us, Lord, we pray. Amen. Now, I had a perfect idea for this morning. And I had planned in my mind about when the last time I was going to celebrate was going to be. It was going to be yesterday, early evening. And I was going to have the brilliant excuse to show football highlights in church. And it was all going so well for about 75 minutes. But the team I support are such a loving and generous group of men. They're so loving and generous. They decided to score a goal for the other team. They felt so sorry for them. But in doing so, they completely ruined my opening video. So I'm slightly disappointed about that. So I'm going to have to tell you the last time I celebrated, which I was hoping was going to be yesterday evening, but was in fact Friday evening instead. Now, in our household, it was quite a momentous week last week, but it was the first time our eldest son had gone away for a whole 5 days. So this was quite a big moment in our house. And when he left on Monday morning, pretty much the last thing that Emma said to him was, Jacob, when you come back on Friday, the Friday evening meal, what we have is down to you. So, he's like, I'd like fajitas. So he chose fajitas and he said, I want them incredibly hot because he loves spice. He can, none of us, he's the kind of kid, a few years' time we'll go to the curry house and have a fowl. That's the kind of level that he's at. The rest of us can't cope, but he wants it really, really hot. And then he said, and can we have nachos as a starter? Can we have nachos with kind of sour cream and guacamole? That's the oddest thing in the world, isn't it? Guacamole is straight. I quite like it. It's really weird. So weird, Aldi don't sell it. I don't know why I told you that, but if you look, because I know why, because I went looking for guacamole in Aldi the other day. Anyway, he said, can we have nachos as a starter? And I'm thinking, yes, come on. Another course as well. What else? What else are we going to eat? Let's really, really go to town. And he comes back on Friday. Emma and my 2 other children went to meet him. He came back. I was at home, came through the door, and he's like, oh, Dad, it was just like the most amazing time. I was like, okay, what do you want to do now? Before dinner, I was like, I'm going to go to bed. I was like, what has happened to you in a week? This is my eldest son, the first time in his life, said he's going to go to bed. So off he went to bed. And being an 11-year-old, 15 minutes later, he got back up again. He's like, I can't sleep. Can I play FIFA? So it was like, okay, yeah, because you're back, you can play kind of extra FIFA time. Dad, can you play FIFA with me? I was like, oh yeah, I've got a bit more work to do. Yeah, I'll come and I'll play FIFA with you. So sat down, play FIFA, and then it was time to eat. And boy, did we eat. And it was just good for our household to be back together and to celebrate with Jacob. And then over dinner, out came the photos, out came the stories. And it was just great to hear about the amazing time that had happened. And then we had fantastic dessert as well. It's just brilliant. It's just so wonderful to celebrate. So often, we can kind of think, and I fall into this category, so often that God is displeased with me. So often I talk to people in our church family and they use these words, I'm not worthy. And if I'm honest, probably 25 minutes ago when I started this service, those thoughts went through my mind. I am not worthy to do this. I'm not worthy to lead people in worship. I am not worthy to lead a church. Now, I wonder for you how many times you think to yourself, how many times you go through life and just think, I'm not worthy. And when it comes to God, that is often one of our first thoughts. I am not worthy. And we think and we focus on the negative things that we do, on the sin that we commit, which we all do. And so we think, God can't love me, God doesn't care, and God certainly doesn't want to celebrate me. This passage, this most extraordinary passage in the Bible, I think we should read over and over again. Because it shows who God really is. If you ever want to, if someone ever asks the question, or whether you ask the question yourself, what is God like? Read this passage from Luke chapter 15. The Father in this story is depicted as God. It's God the Father, and this is what he is like. And so, one of the father's sons says, I don't need my father, I'm going to go off and spend his inheritance now. Which at that time was to bring massive, massive shame on the family. This was a shameful thing to do. And off he goes, and he has a great time. He has all the parties, and he spends all the money, and some wild, wild living goes on. And then the money runs out, and he gets this job looking after pigs, and he is so hungry that he eats the pig food, and he says, this is ridiculous. Even my dad's servants back home have better than this, so I'm going to go back. And I'm going to go back, and I'm going to say, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. And so the son comes back, like I approach God. And if probably we're all honest, how we often approach God, with a feeling of guilt, a feeling of condemnation, a feeling of I am not worthy. But what does God do? What is the Father doing in this story? The first thing is the Father's looking. The Father's looking. The Father is looking at you. The Father is looking at me. The Father is looking for you. And the Father is looking for me to come back to him, because he wants us as part of his household. He's looking. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, the Father is watching over you. Where is God? He's constantly looking at you. You, yes, you. You that think you're not worthy enough. God is looking at you. And then it says that the Father is filled with compassion. Looks at the child and says, oh my goodness, it's my son, it's my daughter. I love them so much. He loves us so incredibly. And then he runs. And I'm not going to go into it now, but that again was a ridiculous thing in that culture for men to do. That was an outrageous thing. He picked up the sort of dress he was wearing and he ran. Men didn't do that. God loves us with such love that he just races to us and grabs us, and then he throws a party and they begin to celebrate. And do you know what the son does? Because the son comes and says, Dad, I'm not worthy. And what does the father do? He goes, yes, I know, my son. You sit there on the naughty step and we'll have a chat. I'll be back in 10 minutes and we'll talk through what you have done. No. He just ignores that and throws a party to celebrate his child, because he loves his child so much, and he throws the most outrageous party. Kill the fattened calf. There was going to be a huge amount to eat. This wasn't just a little party, this was an enormous celebration. of the Son who come back. I hope most of you will know the story. If you don't, have a look at the story later on, where Jesus turns water into wine at another celebration. If you don't know the story, Jesus is at a wedding, the wine has run out, he gets the servants of the wedding to fill 12 jugs with water, right to the brim. Loads and loads of water. And Jesus turns it into the most incredible wine ever tasted. That wedding went off. It went off the charts. They had the most amazing celebration. Our God, God the Father, is the biggest party thrower. God is a God of celebration. A God is a God who loves to celebrate. As his people, we should celebrate more. Far more. Because he celebrates you and he celebrates me. And he says, you are extraordinary. 7 years ago, on Father's Day, here in this church, my first Father's Day, having arrived a couple of months earlier, I preached on this passage. And at the end of the passage, I said, we need to be a people who throw more parties, especially for those that come back to Jesus. And I just thought, haven't I done well? Great throwaway line, brilliant. Yes, tick me. I've done well. And I kind of went off and stood at the door and smiled at people, shook hands, goodbye, lovely to see you. Yes, I did a great job this morning. Like, yeah, brilliant. And this lady called Jean came up. She's no surprise. There's about 75% of the women in this church called Jean. But anyway, she came up to me. She said, Tim. I said, yes, Jean, I can see you now. Jean lived at the end of Rectory Close in America. She said, Tim, I've just come back. From where? Do you have a nice holiday? No. I've just come back to church. I've just decided to come back after all of these years because I think you and Emma are quite nice. So I thought I'd come back. And I've decided now to come back to church. Oh, that's great. You've come back to see all really nice. That's really lovely. And then she looked at me and she said, got one question, mate. It's like, okay, go on, anything. Where's my party? I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I mentioned that a minute ago. And I was like, we'll throw you a party. So she was like, great. And off she went. Do this now. And so I went to see Jean's husband, a guy called Jim, and made sure Jean wasn't there. I said, Jim, we've got to throw Jean a party. We're going to throw it in our house next Monday night. Can you just say, Tim and Emma want to see you about 7:30, and just kind of bring her up. And we threw her a party. It was amazing. She was completely blown away. It was great. And I look always back on that time with such fond memories, and we just celebrated. And I just thinking, we've just got to throw more parties. We've just got to celebrate more. Because God is a God of celebration. Where is God when things are going well in life? Where is God when we celebrate? He's right there in the middle. What I loved were just our stories that we shared before. They were from, finishing a job with some annoying people, just a moment to celebrate. Going to a quiz night and not coming last, a moment to celebrate. Son comes home from a week away, moment to celebrate. I got Wayne United to the top of the Conference South. Yes, that was one of the other things shared in this room on Football Manager. Time to celebrate. Do you know what? Yes! All of them! Reasons to celebrate. Celebration is a fantastic part of life. And because God is a God of celebration, we should celebrate far more. And so my closing point to you and to me this week is simply this. Between now and Easter, go and throw a party. Go and throw a party. Between now and Easter. Why? Just to celebrate. Just simply to celebrate how good God is. Reg is pointing at me. Go on, sir.
If I'm still around,
Wow.
on the 29th of March, it's a Sunday.
It is.
It happens to be my 81st birthday, if I'm still around. So I should bring food,
Wait.
and we will celebrate. So we'll have a party after the morning service.
Fantastic.
Nobody knows about that, because it only just came to me.
Tremendous. We're already organising parties already. Yeah.
Praise the Lord. Sorry.
Serious way? No, not at all.
What was the date?
29th of Put it in your diary, 29th of March. Fantastic. After the morning service. I really hope I'm not doing that. Between now and Easter. Yes, darling. Wow. That's amazing. Between now and Easter, throw a party. Invite everybody and anybody, as many people as you can get, into your house that's comfortable. And if someone asks you why, tell them because God is a God of celebration, and leave it there. And have the biggest and wildest party that you can, because he is a God of celebration, and he is the God who celebrates you and he celebrates me. And when you think of that line, I am not worthy, simply respond to it, yes, I am. Let's just be quiet for a moment. Now let's pray.